Shalom, the mitzvah of visiting the sick. It's called Bikur Cholim, visiting the sick. And it's based on a passage from the Talmud, the tractate Shabbat, a passage we recite every morning, which says, these are the things which yield immediate fruit and continue to yield fruit in the time to come. And it lists a lot of things, including honoring your parents, doing deeds of kindness, attending the house of study, and visiting the sick. Now, there are some rules, a lot of rules in the Code of Jewish Law about visiting the sick, but in summary, it's a mitzvah to visit the sick. Feel free to visit even if you're not a relative or friend. Don't overdo your stay. Lengthy visits often tire the patient. Use common sense. Don't go too early. Don't go too late. Don't sit on the bed. Knock on the door. Make them feel comfortable. Be cheerful. Don't speak about sad things. There is a healing prayer, a mishaberach, which I have on another JewU video. You can always pray for them. The Talmud says that if you visit, you take away part of their illness. The story in the Torah, which it doesn't state there's a mitzvah to visit the sick. There's a story, though, where Abraham had circumcised himself in the end of one portion, and then the beginning of the next portion, God sends 3 angels to visit Abraham to tell him something, and one of the purposes of one of those angels' visits was to offer him a visiting the sick mitzvah. So if God takes the trouble to do that, we should certainly visit the sick too. It's a very beautiful thing to do, and science now is pretty clear that people who feel cared about do better than people that don't feel cared about. Again, the term is Bikur Cholim, the mitzvah of visiting the sick. Beit Cholim is the hospital, because a chola is a person who's sick. The mishaberach would be a prayer. And then there's another prayer at the end of someone's life called a vidui, a confession, which I'll talk about later. But it's definitely a mitzvah to visit the sick. Call, send a card. If you think a visit would be helpful to them, do it. Sometimes people don't want visitors, but in general, Bikur Cholim is a great mitzvah.